know what it is. This is the QuickSilva Show.
With Dominique Da Diva.
Legendary, and I never use that word loosely, but legendary Tommy Davis is officially on the show.
Ah,
What's up,
absolutely.
I get legendary sometime. I'll take that, though.
As you
Take
should.
that. Take
yeah,
that.
all right.
Now, in case somebody's just tuning in and they're young, they're like, who is this guy, Tommy Davis?
Oh, wow.
From In Living Color in the early 90s to Strictly Business to Booty Call to my favorite character is still Varnell Hill from Martin.
So fast.
Like, I love hey, Tommy, my favorite character of yours is still Varnell Hill from the Martin Show.
Did you
miss me?
Can take the children.
Go ahead. Varnell.
Bounce them on the knee. Bounce them on the knee and then sing a melody.
Yeah.
The Varnell man can. Did you miss me?
Varnell, we missed it.
Yes.
Hey, Varnell, you been to LA anytime soon?
Not really. I got catfish in the lake.
Damn. Because if you were, you'd be on the Varnell Hill show.
Oh, my God.
As you can see, I'm a Martin fan. I'm
Absolutely. Classic, as you should. And that's why. Yeah, coronavirus.
Elbows, no handshakes, coronavirus.
Stop them. Yeah, but high five, though.
So what brings you back home, man? You're from here. People only know you're from Silver Spring, Maryland, born and
I'm from
raised.
Silver Spring, Maryland, Washington, D.C. I like playing both because we live so close to the D.C. line. We're close to the D.C. line in Maryland.
Facts.
So, yeah, I came back with my book to promote my book, which I brought back for my family here, you know. So the book started out with my sister calling me and saying, you don't never talk about mom.
Right.
You know, and then I realized that I didn't because of how I grew up here. My mother's white, you know, and she found me in the trash in Mississippi.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't
so
know
she took me
this.
from there to I was raised from 18 months because that's when I was found. To 5 years old when I moved here.
I didn't know that.
So I didn't know they were until I moved here. See? So it was a long story to it that my sister said, why you don't ever mention her? And I didn't really realize that I hadn't really because I was in the habit of not doing that.
Right.
Because I got a lot of, y'all call shade or whatever. So yeah, a lot of the business for that because I didn't know I was black. See? So when I got here, we moved to Trinidad Northeast.
Wow, that's the black part of D.C., the black.
During the riots in '68 when King got shot. So when me and my brother and sister went out to play, all the black kids beat our ass, like every day. And they was calling my sister and my brother white cracker and they're calling me white cracker lover. So I went to my mother and I was like, why they keep calling me white cracker lover? Because I like graham crackers, because I was 5. And then she said, well, you know, that's what people our color call people your color when they don't like them. You know, and I was like, well, what color am I? Because I'm brown. They said, no, you're black. And I was like, no, I'm not black. The crayons is brown and you're peach. And they were like, no, that's what we call it. Even though we're not that color, that's the color we call each other. I was like, that's stupid. They call it colors that they really are.
Right.
You know, because I learned brown because I grew up in the Midwest with mountains and farms and like animals, you know, and I thought whatever we were, I was a brown one of us because I would watch a cat have kittens and it would be a black cat and have a white kitten, a black kitten, a brown kitten, a speckled kitten. So I thought whatever we were, I was a brown one of whatever we were.
Gotcha.
Or a horse would have a colt. A horse could be a black horse and have a white colt. Like, it was crazy. So I was like, oh, wow, colors are cool because it doesn't matter. Colors bind us. You know what I mean?
Humanity.
Then I moved to Wheaton, Maryland. And that's
the bougie part.
Yeah, that's the first, well, that was in 69. So
I
that's the first
wasn't
time I
born
heard
there,
the word
sorry.
nigga. And they were
And
chasing me.
all of this is in your book?
Yeah.
Oh.
And they were chasing me, like, kill the nigga. Like I was 6, 5, almost 6. And I'm riding my bike somewhere, or I'm like playing on the playground, and I see grown men running straight at me. So I went to my mother. I said, who are these niggas? Because we got to stay away from them. Because I was only 5, so I was like, they must be really bad people, you know? And she was like, that's what people our color call people your color. I'm like, what the hell?
Right.
You know, and then we moved to Silver Spring, and it was a mixed neighborhood. So when the white boys were calling me nigga and running at me, the black dudes came and the white guys ran out of the way. So I was like, I am black.
Right, yeah, I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I'm in the gang.
So that so from that day forward, I that's what I was identity wise, but I was white too, but not really because the my family.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to deal with a lot, like 9 years old or something like that, and 4, 5, 13-year-old black girls be like, "We're gonna whip your sister ass for no reason." I'm like, "No, you ain't." I'm there fighting, getting jumped by 4, 5 black girls who's 13. So and then if my mother come pick me up somewhere and it's all black people, they'll start treating me different after she come pick me up. I'm like, what's wrong with y'all, man?
They saw that she was
face, man. You know what I mean? So it's always like, I ain't no punk, or I'm real. You know what I'm saying? So I always had to deal with that.
What's the name of your book?
It's called Living in Color.
Living in Color.
I like that.
Living color.
Right.
How did your sister feel after she read the book once it was all done? And that she was the one who inspired you, who asked you, like, how come you never talk about Mom?
She's very happy about it, but she's like, I don't remember some of that. You know what I mean? And that's okay if she don't.
Gotcha.
She ain't supposed to remember that because she wasn't around when I had to fight them black girls.
Yeah.
Hey, if you just
I ain't want her to remember that.
We're talking to
You understand what I'm saying?
And we grow up differently, and just in society.
She's smart. We have our own perception of reality.
Right,
so she didn't see it that way. But she wasn't black like me in '68. She was just my sister.
A whole different reality.
You see what I'm saying?
Question for you. I mean, of course, you're known for being a very popular, not just stand-up comedian, but actor as well.
I'm an actor?
Absolutely. You're an amazing actor, too. I give you that. Do you feel like you turned to a life of comedy?
What's the last movie I was in?
It's been a while. It's been a while. No,
I'm an actor. I'm a film actor. I'm a film star.
Film star. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but when was the last one I was in, though?
Right. You're a movie star.
It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter.
We waiting on Proud Family,
everybody
but
remember Strictly Business, Booty Call. Everybody remember that.
Proud Family.
Ventura.
We know about Proud
Yeah,
Family.
yeah, but if you're Bo Jackson like me or you're Dion like me and you play multiple sports,
right?
You know what I'm
you're
saying?
You're a movie star.
And while I'm knocking it out of the park in baseball. Then I run a kick all the way back in football. Right. You kind of say, well, which star is he?
So let me call it what it is. This guy's a superstar.
Excuse me. Yeah, many hats.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Absolutely. He's back with his book.
So in the current landscape, I'm not
comedy
in
tour.
I'm not in the superstar. I'm not in the movie actor stage.
Gotcha. I understand.
I'm in the Arthur stage of my career.
Do you feel like you turned to comedy just to kind of escape some of the pain you were going through as a child?
I didn't think of it that way. But, I think I absorbed the comedy around me. It wasn't like, I'm going to be a comedian, so I'm not hurting so bad. I was watching Lucy and Ralph Cramden on the Honeymooners. I was watching Andy Griffith.
Gotcha.
I was watching Scooby-Doo, Hong Kong Phooey. I mean, I was watching Laugh-In and all the shows that I was absorbing funny from around my neighborhood, from people who crazy as hell. This is DC.
Right, facts.
Yeah, from the Wino Bubba Dick Grandma neighborhood. From from just, Gotcha. Yeah, we used to go bum kicking. That was one of the things we would do.
Bum kicking?
As an activity.
What is that?
Don't kick.
Is it cow tipping?
People.
Huh?
Is it like cow tipping?
10, 11. We go bum.
When you tip the cow. But what's bum kicking?
That's when you see a bum laying down.
You know what?
Tommy Davidson.
DC. This is what the kids in DC be doing.
You kick them hard as you can and haul ass. Because you're going to get up and try to
growing up in DC, I tell you, bum kicking.
So
I'm over here talking about cow tipping.
I seen all my boys last night. There's only half of us alive,
Right.
But I seen my boys last night, and one of them was like, "You remember we used to go bum kicking, man?" And
you
that
do
was
that
the thing
now.
we did. You know how you go, let's go
out.
bike riding?
Right, a bum will pull a gun out nowadays, though. It's a little different.
It's just
now.
crazy in DC. Yeah, that's crazy. So, like Quick said, you wear many hats. You wear many hats. You're a superstar, and you've been in this business. We've seen it work.
Yeah.
The thing about it is things have changed so much. Everyone is so sensitive. There's always, a trending topic of who's mad at what. And when you hit that stage on a comedy tour, when you hit that stage now, is it different? Do you think about those? Do you think about
the backlash?
Getting any backlash ever? Because comedy to me is one of those things that I just want to stay the same. I feel like everybody get over it. You know what I mean? Everything isn't meant with malice. We can be funny. We have to laugh at ourselves. So I really don't want comedy to change. I don't want it to seep into that world. Yeah, I don't want it to seep into that world and affect that because we need to laugh. So do you feel like we have to take more caution, or do you take more caution when it comes to comedy?
I don't feel like I need to take any caution And I'm not afraid of the backlash. It hasn't happened yet, but I'm ready for it if it does, because I come ready. Like I stay ready. You know, like number 23 for Chicago, or like number 12 for the Patriots. I stay ready. You see what I'm saying? So I've always had a balanced game. You know, and one of in my playbook of comedy, I don't have where I put people down. I don't have where I make people feel bad in a certain group of people. When I run plays, my plays are for everybody. See, because it's like me. Living in color. It's like I'm down for gay, I'm down for lesbian, I'm down for Spanish, I'm down for Asian, I'm down for poor, I'm down for rich, I'm down for, I'm coming with that. And I'm sure there may be a backlash about something that I say or whatever.
Well, people find anything to be mad. But inclusion is important. So
No, but if the backlash comes, the reason why I said I'm ready is, are you ready to hear the reason why I did it versus what you think I did it for? You see what I'm saying? Are we ready to have that? Because now we got a mob mentality, right? So now somebody says something, and then everybody weighs in on IG or everybody
social media,
on Twitter, and everybody takes on the first opinion.
A lot of times,
They take on the first opinion of the accused.
They don't even keep us right.
They hadn't even thought of that on their own.
So it's just like, are you up against all that right away? And then there's the reality of people just acting crazy. Weinstein and people, there's a nice, good grip of white men that have gone into our schools and shot children up. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering, they paying so much attention to R. Kelly and Michael Vick, and paying so much attention to Kevin Hart, who he said that about what? I haven't even seen what happened to those white men that went into those elementary schools.
Facts.
They're not even following their cases.
I'm surprised
Harvey Weinstein even got time. I would be scared of the most.
Right.
That don't care about our American children across the board. That they're going to bring in high-powered rifles.
AK-47.
To an elementary school. So the whole thing in the first place, it sort of seems on tilt. Where you have a soda machine, if you tilt it good enough, it's going to cut off. Yep. Ain't going to give you no more sodas. Because it's like somebody trying to shake this out. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So
I love his story.
Yeah, so I stay I want to stay in that group, but I do understand. And what you guys are talking about is censorship.
Right. I tell you one thing, a show like In Living Color could not survive, I don't think, in 2020. Because you guys were so unapologetic and ruthless. Like,
it's just funny.
Comedy, and it was sketch comedy and things of that nature, but some of the topics y'all touched on, people are just so sensitive. Y'all were doing that as comedy. It's funny.
They're missing out, really.
Right.
But can you imagine some of those skits from some of the, some of your skits to some of Jamie Foxx's skits?
Yeah, but I think it's needed because
it wouldn't last.
It would
cancel in one season.
It's needed more now than ever.
Yeah, right.
Because we need to break that little sensitivity.
Right.
It's become too rigid. Right. Difference between a tree and a bamboo reed is the wind can blow. As strong as a tree is, the wind can blow that down. But a bamboo reed can't be blown down because when it grows down first for 25 feet. And then it grows, 20 feet high. So when the wind comes, it just flows with it.
You made fun of Michael Jackson. You made fun of Michael Jackson.
They would be like,
can you imagine what you did as Michael Jackson if that happened in 2020?
Oh, it would be like
crucified.
I mean,
everyone's thumbs would just get to going.
In the cartoon,
right.
Yeah, which is on now.
Right. Yeah,
when I did Michael Jackson as Cream Corn. Cream Corn is Michael Jackson, and then when I did Michael Jackson on In Living Color, if somebody was to say, "Oh man, you made fun of him," I can easily say, "Well, is he black or white?" Because the sketch was, I made $1 million by the time I was 10. I wrote a love song that brat named Ben. I play with little animals, and I hang with Macaulay all night. So
I
look
love
me
it.
in the face and tell me if I'm black or white.
The fact that he remembers the words
every single time, honey. Stay ready. That's what he says.
We don't know. White, tell me that we don't know.
I watched that with my kids
like
recently.
That's real.
Yeah.
But it didn't make a difference for us at the end of it all because the thing is, there's no backlash on that.
There was no social media back then.
Because he is who he is. You know, he the one that told us to be looking at this in the first place with Man in the Mirror. You know, I'm searching for the man in the mirror. I'm searching for myself in all of this and what he brought us. It wasn't a coincidence that he was the biggest megastar in the world. It was a little black family out of Gary, Indiana.
Yeah. See, and I understand now what you mean by if you ever were to get backlash, if that came out this time, you got backlash for it.
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
He's ready. Like, look, think about it like this. And you're right.
Backlash. I'm not inviting it.
Right, but it's just like, understand.
Yeah, I'm not inviting it. Yeah.
You just helped me realize something about myself.
Oh, give it to us.
No, like that maybe.
I thought we got a exclusive.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, shit.
How did this happen?
Come on.
No, I have a podcast called Diva Unfiltered, and I just talk my shit. I say, I say what I want to say. And even when I went to your wife's podcast, my time's mom, one of the questions she asked was, are you ever afraid of saying something on your podcast that might, just backlash, people get mad over anything that's sensitive? And I told her no. And it is something to be thought of because we do commercial radio as well. We, all types of things, business. And I told her I'm not worried about that, but I realized it's because I'm ready. Like, you know what I mean? I already know what I would say because not everything is meant with malice. And like you said, a lot of people just go off that first opinion. And now it's like, we are canceling them because I didn't like that either.
It'd be a 20-minute interview. I'll take 30 seconds
of it and it'll run all day.
Seconds, I hate Tommy Davidson. He's an animal.
Right.
But
not the context.
He told you how much of an amazing person he was.
Yeah.
And that's because we're living in an era of social media.
Facts.
And what happened, this is only my observations. This is the gospel. I'm just talking about me now.
Right.
What I've noticed, okay, because I was around before it came along, is we opened the floodgates and gave any person's opinion priority.
Facts.
Or gave it attention. It's almost like going in a bathroom stall and taking what you read on there seriously. So if I went in the bathroom stall and somebody said, and somebody said in the bathroom stall, JC,
Quick, don't wipe his.
JC ain't about SH whatever. I go, he ain't.
That's right.
He ain't. And I get up off the toilet and
Then
let me tell y'all something. JC, because I saw it on the daggone thing in the toilet.
And it's real.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's very true.
It's almost like doing that.
I'm going to tell you crazy. Denzel Washington said something, and I was watching him on the red carpet, and he said, the problem with this generation, we're such in a rush to be first. We don't care if it's right or wrong, who it hurts. As long as I'm first saying that I know Tommy Davidson did this, I can be completely wrong, but it's going to trend. You know why?
Right.
Because I was first to put it out.
Right, and
that's all it's about.
And listen, because if you're first, look at the rewards.
Yeah.
Right,
you see what I'm saying? So there's a reward system for first.
Right.
So,
even if you're wrong.
Even if you're wrong. But do you mind to listen?
Mm-hmm.
The principle of statistics was a European principle that came about numbers. Okay, and this is how they would justify what they did. So as long as the statistics were right, if they took a poll in, let's say, 1785, if they took a poll, is slavery wrong? Well, they would say, well, 97.1% of the people that we asked said no. So if the statistics say the story, then the statistics are right, even though it's wrong. You see what I'm saying? So we're dealing with numbers, right? If I get a certain amount of hits.
That's why it's an award, a reward.
So it's funny that you would say that. It's funny that you would say that because, they'll say this is okay even if it's wrong because it's based on the statistics and not the real truth.
That's very true.
The survey said, because
I
talked to 100 people.
Even when looking at sources.
But hold on. How many were on the survey?
Right.
The statistics are based on the person who created them. Because if you asked us,
us three,
no. If you asked us in 1785, what's your opinion? And we weighed in on that. Okay, those numbers would be a lot different, but we weren't allowed to weigh in on it. Right. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be careful of statistics because it depends on who the statistics are created by. You see what I'm saying? Now, if I can here's a statistic. How you like this? If I had a group of people that were, let's say, slaves in this country, and they built the economic wealth in this country, and they enabled the Europeans to run the whole world right now because we put cotton on their drawers from the cotton that we picked. If I had a whole grip of them, and then 400 years later, they put somebody in the White House and he ran the world with efficiency for 8 years, then it would be in my best interest to create some statistics that will convince those people that they're not as important as they think they are.
Man, this guy, you know what? You should
I love that. Like, I'm just
you
like
should be an inspirational speaker. Forget about the movie star.
Hold on.
What you're doing right now is more important than
I'm going
anything.
further. So if you ran the statistics on what Kanye said.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
No.
Oh,
no,
about
not
Trump.
That one.
About Trump.
The Superman Trump.
Your
Your statistics might go, hey, man, that was pretty cool, right? But the statistics would be wrong on that because nobody from our population would consider him Superman because he's not doing his job in making sure that we're equal to him and the rest of the people we put cotton on their drawers.
Right.
You see what? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if what I just said,
Tommy Davidson, ladies
if
and
that doesn't trend, then those are accurate. That's an accurate assessment
Of exactly.
of our perception based on giving social media a priority on our opinion because of the numbers.
I mean,
Amen.
we can almost wrap
That's
it up
very-
here, man.
Does that make any sense?
Amen. Yes.
No, but I'm
Because
not
it
putting,
was
I'm not
trending
putting
and
shade.
every-
I'm not putting shade on that.
You're not.
Right.
But how is if the value of what I said is reflected in numbers, okay, then we'll see it based on what I just said.
It should trend, as we call it in social media. It should trend.
But if it doesn't matter because for 8 years one of us ran the whole world with efficiency. And we're talking about numbers, right?
Yeah.
And there's 1 billion of us. That was just one.
All right, Tommy Davidson, of course, right here on the show, man. We gotta wrap this up.
No, I'm just saying. Am I wrong? That was just one.
You're
That
deep,
was
man.
just
So
one.
no wonder we talking about everything else but that.
Like,
Because like I
this
said,
probably went over some
like
of
I
y'all
said,
heads.
the
So,
statistics.
Yeah.
so Tommy
the
Davidson,
Some people not even
are
gonna get it.
determined on
everybody,
the person who
if you're watching
got
this
the best
interview
interest.
right now, you might want to rewind
Am I-
that
am I-
part and then
I mean,
watch it over.
I'm not trying to.
Rewind
Tommy,
and watch
listen,
it over
listen,
because
we
I ain't
got you.
very
Hey,
yeah, you're
everybody
right.
rewind this part of
But
the
some
interview
people,
and
it's gonna
watch
go
it
over
over
some
again.
people's
And
heads.
it's Kanye because my favorite joint of his is Mr. West. Mr. West. What's that joint?
Come here, Mr. West. And then
Mr.
heard him
West.
say, everyone was done, and I heard him say.
heard him say.
I heard him say, yeah.
Now listen to that.
I mean, I like Jesus Walks.
It's because
I'm not cutting that off.
The licorice now, but she can't put them cigarettes down. You know what I'm saying? Well, where's that guy
Yeah.
in the White House?
I'm okay.
You see what I'm saying? And I swear, I got Yeezys and everything.
Oh wow, that's crazy because I sold my Yeezys.
There's love there.
That's
There's love
crazy.
there. The boy is on
Kanye,
the
if
front.
you're watching this, come on the show next and we'll talk about it.
There's love there. Are you kidding me? He was on the front of Forbes.
Yeah, nah.
Like, that's dope. You know, that's dope that he's on the front of Forbes, man. But we give that a value, right? We're like, what? We are very interested and very enamored by the richest people. But there's not a magazine that features the poorest. And that's my great-great-great-grandmother.
We had a bigger
Where's the
impact.
magazine at?
Yeah, she had a big
You know,
impact.
we're
on
not
everybody.
like, hey, running to get that one. You know,
Very true.
yeah, but she's sitting home. She's your grandmother's mother's mother.
My great grandmother. So
Yeah, so they're the ones that be like, hey, you know, grace. Hey, you know, politeness. Hey, you know, hey, do unto others as they have you do you. You know, do unto, you know, they're right there. Where's the magazine for that? So, but we don't need one. What we gonna need a magazine for that when she right there?
Hey, Tommy Davidson,
That
man,
makes a
please
lot of
pick
sense.
up the
We're
book.
gonna go over a lot of people's
I-
heads.
I mean,
Pick up the book,
I ain't
people.
trying to.
Tommy, you're good.
And
yeah.
living color.
I don't want everybody, he think he, because that'll what it's become, you know what I mean? And that can get a little bit, we ain't got Kevin on the Oscars because of all that craziness.
Because something he tweeted.
Because of what this and that and that and that.
That they pulled.
Well, he tweeted
It
that
kills
20
me
years
too
ago.
when they go back and they're like,
but-
"Oh yeah, we found this from when you were this person."
But regardless of who's right or wrong
Yeah.
or whatever, look at what it caused.
Yeah.
It caused him not to be able to do it and them not to be able to have him.
Yeah, and Oscar's being boring now.
You know what I'm
Anyway,
saying? I'm
we don't
staying
get no
objective.
comedian.
Right.
I'm staying objective.
Pick up
Yes.
the book, man. Pick up the book. Name of the book one more time, please, Tommy Davidson.
Living in Color.
Yes.
Tommy Davidson, Living in Color. What's funny about me, and I think the value in the book is the things that I've been able to point out through my experience. Okay, and they're in the book.
Gotcha.
So if I have experience that someone else can benefit from, I'll just go, hey, here, it's yours. Not me.
I can tell that just from talking
Not
with you
me,
today.
but the information that I feel you can use because I went that way,
Gotcha.
and that's in all ways. Bad,
Well, I
good,
can
and
tell
all. I
you
ain't
are
perfect.
here to share and spread so
Right.
much knowledge. I can catch that just from finally talking to you today. So I'm sure your book is just,
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
I think it's really good.
because like I said, yeah, you made me realize something about myself.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's really good. I mean, but
you
that's
became a
just my
therapist
opinion.
for a minute.
I know. I'm like, wait, that's it.
No.
Tommy Davidson, the actor,
No,
the
no,
comedian,
no.
the
And the therapist, thank you. I had a
Put that in your
light
bio.
bulb. No, because he said he
stays.
stays ready. You know what I mean? And
You're
I
a
stay
therapist.
ready.
You're a
I
therapist
think
now.
that women should be able to say what they want to say as well and still be respected in every hat that they wear.
Right,
And so
right.
you just made me realize, like, as long as you stay ready with who you
Right,
are and who
right.
you know you are, you can't really twist my
Yeah.
words, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to more lessons and whatnot in your new book.
And real quick, just for clickbait purposes for anybody watching this, so Varnell Hill.
Have we met before?
Hold on. So
No,
Varnell
curious.
Hill.
Have I met you before?
We have.
Where?
I can't remember. In L.A.
I met you
Damn.
before, man.
You've
Yes,
actually.
I never forget a face.
But I'm gonna tell you
So
something.
did I?
You
For
did.
real?
You really did.
Where?
I interviewed you before, probably about 10 years ago.
Was
Here.
it at the radio thing where all the people
Yes.
were there from the radio? Yes.
Where was that?
Yeah.
Corona.
Well, real quick,
I ain't gonna.
while we're here, Varnell Hill.
That's
will,
crazy.
Listen, but Varnell Hill, he will or will not be on the reboot of Martin. Because Martin might have a reboot.
He will not be on the reboot of Martin.
Okay, I'm just
Oh,
trying
man.
to get
And-
some
He will not be
information
on
out
the
of. I was trying to get some
reboot of Martin.
information.
No.
I was trying to get some information out of.
But there's,
And we wanna-
you can use the word reboot to his name.
Ah, gotcha,
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay, so
I don't even
everybody's-
want to ask about
With Martin involved.
Proud Family, so
With
I'm
Martin
just gonna.
involved. So y'all put that.
I don't even want to ask
Yeah.
about Proud Family, so you know.
We know
it's
y'all
great.
missed him. See, me and Martin know. Varnell asked the question, did you miss me?
Did you miss
and
me?
me and Martin know that you have.
So Martin.
I ain't
So,
gonna-
ladies and gentlemen, here's a
What?
QuickSilva
What?
and Dominique Da Diva exclusive. Tommy Davidson and Martin Lawrence is working on something.
Something.
We can't
I mean, you
confirm
can
or
use
deny
reboot.
What it is,
Right.
it might be a reboot of Martin.
can use
it might
reboot
be
if you
something
like.
With Varnell Hill, we don't know, but we can confirm is that Tommy Davidson and Martin is working on something.
You see this?
He's making these
And
excuses.
now we got
I
to
know
wrap
we're
it up.
trending.
This
Thank
is
you so
the
much.
Quick and Diva show. Thank you. Now we're trending on social media with Tommy Davidson and Martin
in the
Lawrence.
numbers.
It's a go. The
It's
numbers
in the
don't
numbers.
lie. The numbers don't
It's
lie.
in the
Hey,
statistics.
did you miss him? He's back.
And you can see it from the front and you can see it from the back.
Oh, okay, so she's back.
Hey, brother.
Oh my God.